Welcome back everyone to Game of the Week, a series where each week I'll be taking a niche and unpopular Roblox game and reviewing it. And if I miss a single day of uploading, the series will end. As always, the link for every game I play will be down in the description below, so if you want to go check the games out, all you gotta do is scroll down and click the first link you see in the description. But without any further dilly-dallying, this Game of the Week is... Factorio. Nah, I'm just kidding, it's this other game called Build Your Factory Tycoon, but it's kind of like Factorio, except for the fact that in Factorio, you build a big-ass factory in order to launch your rockets and finish the game, or maybe launch a rocket and go conquer other planets or something. But in this game, you build a factory for shits and giggles, cause I don't know. I guess you build a factory for the vibes in this game. As you can imagine though, a game called Build Your Factory Tycoon is all about building your factory. Because even though there isn't really like an end goal to the game, there still is a competitive aspect to it, and it still feels satisfying to expand your factory more and more and more. Throughout the game, you will be earning money to buy more plots of land, to expand your factory, to build more machines, to find new recipes of things you can craft inside of said machines. And then maybe one day, if you get good enough at the game, your factory will go from looking like this to looking like this. Real talk though, this guy is kind of freaking insane. The way I found him is by just getting bored of waiting around in my factory and waiting for money to appear in my bank account. And I decided to run around a little bit and maybe check other people's bases. And in the horizon, I just see this absolute fucking monstrosity built by a guy who has like $40 million in his bank at this current moment in fucking time. And I just kind of skip around his factory a little bit, go around, check out his builds, and I see that he's working with oil, he's working with multiple different types of ores, he's putting all of his ores and oil into like assemblers to craft things that I don't even know how to craft. And to top it all off, dude had everything organized into like perfect little city blocks, where every single city block was just the same contraption over and over again, just producing the exact same item and selling it for maximum profits. And then I saw that the dude's factory was named Factorio. So, yeah, after I figured that out, everything kind of made sense. It made sense why this dude was so fucking organized and why he maximized and optimized absolutely everything about his factory. And you know what the craziest thing about his factory was? It was the fact that he wasn't even anywhere close to being on the leaderboards. That's right, despite this man's optimization, he only had $40 million in the bank. Meanwhile, the poorest people on the leaderboards had at least a couple billion stashed in their pockets. And I'm assuming there's a couple of reasons for that. The first reason is that apparently you can actually rebirth machines in this game, which is something that I found out only like an hour into my gameplay session. But yeah, as it turns out, there's actually rebirths in this game. Basically, how they work is that you have a miner, for example, right? And if you mine like an ungodly amount of ores using your miner, you can eventually rebirth it. So if you mine like 100,000 iron, and then 100,000 coal, and 100,000 sand, and 100,000 of every single resource in the game, you can actually rebirth your miners, and I'm assuming make them like 500 times more powerful than they already are. And this actually goes for every machine in the game. For example, assemblers, right? If you assemble enough of every single item that can possibly be assembled in the game, you can rebirth your assemblers and make them more powerful. And the same thing goes for like the smelters, for example, or the oil rigs, or literally whatever machine you can possibly think of in this game. Another thing that I'm assuming is contributing to this guy not being in the leaderboards is probably the fact that there's like some more optimal layout to your factory than what he has, right? Because in this game, the main way that you make money is by taking multiple things, putting them into an assembler, and making a completely new thing and then selling that new thing, right? Like, for example, you combine 2 items to get a computer part, and then like another 2 items to get another computer part, and another 2 items to get another computer part. And if you put all those 3 computer parts into a machine, you get like a console that you can sell, right? However, to make like a fully finished product like that, you probably need like a huge line of like really big and bulky machines that take up a lot of space. So I'm assuming that there's probably like some golden ratio where you have like city blocks filled with machines that produce certain items, but these city blocks are not like so huge and so humongous that they like detract from how much profit you could be making by just building like a ton of smaller machines that only make parts of a certain product instead of like a whole product, if you know what I'm saying. And then the last reason that this guy's not on the leaderboards is probably because there are people that like AFK farm this game for like 12 hours a day, right? And they get like $1 billion a day every time they AFK farm. Anyways, I was so busy looking at this dude's base that I kind of forgot that my own base is kind of dookie. But listen, chat, if you want to challenge, go play the game and try to make a better base than me, alright? I mean, it's probably gonna take you like 2 hours of gameplay max to make something better than this. But go ahead and try your hand at making cool factories and bases. Cause you know what? The odds are that if you try to really play this game, you can probably end up with a base that's a lot better than mine. Okay, let's just say that. And the reason that I'm so confident that all of you can make a base that's bigger and cooler than mine is because I'm a spaghetti expert. Let's just say, okay. Whenever I play a factory game like Factorio or Satisfactory or hell, even this game, I just end up making like ridiculous, crazy, ugly fucking spaghetti bases where after a certain amount of playtime, you just genuinely don't know what's going on in any of my bases. I mean, take my first Factorio world, for example. When I first loaded up into Factorio, I just wanted to get a hang of the game, and I just made a world that was like peaceful. It had no biters or anything, and like all the ore patches were like maxed out to have like the most amount of ores possible. And the spaghetti got kind of crazy, and after reaching blue science, I just fucking gave up and stopped playing that first save file. But anyways, guys, that's all I have for you this video. Go play this game. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty awesome, and I think it's pretty satisfying to play. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye, everyone, and see you later.